Hello friends, so in last chapter we talk about the agriculture. In this chapter we are talking about the industry. This is chapter 5 and this is we are seeing this series of the geography class 8. So let's start friends. Industries. So here is fact that have you ever given a thought to the fact that the notebook you are writing or has come to you after a long process of manufacturing. So this is basically chapter of industries. So we will talk about the product of industries and how industries work, what are the inputs, what are the processes, what are the outputs, about all these things. So secondary, we talk about the agriculture as a primary activity, and the second activity is processing or manufacturing. So these are secondary activities are manufacturing, change raw material into product of more value to people. As you have seen, pulp has changed into paper and paper into a notebook. So these represent the two stages of the manufacturing process. So in last chapter I told that you that there are three economics activities like primary, those are like crop, or these are without anything process we naturally gain from the natural or some from animals. And secondary activities are the activities of manufacturing, processing of the primary products and making a new product. And third one is tertiary. So in this chapter we will talking about secondary activities of manufacturing. As you have seen, pulp was changed into the paper and paper into notebook. These represent the two stages of the manufacturing process. The paper made from pulp and the cloth made from the cotton have had value added to them at its stages of manufacturing process. In this way, the finished product has more value and utility than the raw material that is made from. Industry refers to an economic activity that is concerned with the production of goods, extraction of minerals, or the provisions of services. Thus, we have iron and steel industry, production of goods, coal mining industry for extraction of coal, and tourism industry for service provider. Classification of industry. So industries can be classified on the basis of the raw material size and ownership. Raw material. What is raw material? Raw material industry may have agro waste or mineral waste, marine waste, or the forest waste, depending on the types of raw material they use. Agro waste industry use plant and animal waste product as their new material. Food processing, vegetable oil, cotton, textile, dairy products, and the leather industries are example of agro-based industries. Mineral waste industries are the primary industry. They use mineral ore as their raw material. The product of these industries feed other industries. Iron made from the iron ore is a product of mineral-based industry. This is the used as a raw material for the manufacturing of number of the other products such as heavy machinery, building material, and the railway coaches. And marine waste industry. Marine waste industry use products from the sea and ocean as raw material. Industry processing seafood or manufacturing fish oil are some examples. Forest-based industry utilize forest produce as raw material. The industries associated with the forest are pulp and paper, pharmaceuticals, and furniture and building sites. So these are some these industry was based upon the raw material, and we can classify them based on their size. It refers to the amount of capital invested or number of people employed and the volume of production. Based on size, industry can be classified into small scale or large scale industry. Cotton or household industries are a type of small scale industry where the producer are manufactured by hand by the artisans. Basket weaving, pottery, and other handicraft are example of cottage industry. Small scale industries use lesser amount of capital and new technology as compared to large scale industries that produce large volume of product. Investment of capital is higher and the technology used is superior in large scale industries. Silk weaving or food processing industries are small scale industry. Production of automobiles and heavy machinery are large scale industries. Ownership. So industry can be classified on the basis of ownership. Is it who is the owner of company like a government or some private person. Industries can be classified into private sector owned or public sector, or joint sector and corporate sector. Private sector industries are owned and operated by individual or a group of individuals. The public sector industries are owned and operated by the government, such as Hindustan Aeronautical Limited and Steel Authority of India. These are government or public. They called public industries. Joint sector industries are owned and operated by the state and individual or group of individuals. Maruti Udyog Limited is an example of joint sector. Cooperative sector industries are owned and operated by the producer and or suppliers of raw material, worker, or both. Anand Milk Union Limited and Sudha Dairy are success stories of cooperative ventures. Factor affecting location of industries. The factors affecting the location of industries are the availability of raw material, land, water, labor, power, capital, transport, and market. Industries are situated where some or all these factors are easily available. Sometimes the government provides incentive like subsidies, power, lower transport cost, and other infrastructure so that the industry may be located in the backward area. Industrialization often lead to the development and growth of the town and cities. So what are the factors for industries are location, because location they need the market should be near and labor should be available, raw power, land, all these things should be available to them. So all these are factors. Industrial system. What is the industrial system? Industrial system is consisting of input, processing, and output. So basically this is input, processing, and output is called industrial system. The inputs are the raw material, labor and the cost of land, transport, power, and other infrastructure. The process includes a wide range of activities that convert the raw material into finished product. The output are end product and the income earned from selling it. In case of the textile industry, the input may be cotton, human labor, factory, and transport cost. The process includes ginning, spinning, weaving, dyeing, and printing. The output is shirt you wear, so or clothes. So they after selling this, they sell in this some amount and reimburse all these things. Industrial regions. Industrial regions emerge when a number of industries located close to each other and share the benefit of their closeness. Major industry regions of the world are Eastern North America, Western and Central Europe, Eastern Europe, and Eastern Asia. These are some major industrial belts, industrial regions or world. So this is industrial region, all these Eastern America and this Northern Africa countries and some Eastern Europe, Asia, Eastern Asia, all these are industrial belts. This is Anglo-American manufacturing belt. This is Moscow and Donbass. This is Pittsburgh. This is Kuzbash. This is Korea, Japan, Shanghai UN region, Manila, Java. We will talk about in this chapter. Industrial regions tend to be located in the temperate area near seaports and especially near coalfields. India has several industrial regions like Mumbai, Pune cluster, Bangalore, Tamil Nadu region, Hooghly region, Ahmedabad, Vadodara region, Chota Nagpur industrial belt, Visakhapatnam, Guntur belt, Gurgaon, Delhi, Meerut region, and the Kollam, Thiruvananthapuram industrial cluster. Sometimes there is we know that industrial disasters happen. So this is once it happened in the Bhopal in 1994, 1984 is important. That's why we are talking this. So there was accident in which this gas methyl isocyanate or MIC leaked with so there are about so many death, about 3,598 1984. Distribution of major industries. The world's major industries are the iron and steel industries, the textile industry and the information industry, technology industry. The iron and steel and textile industry are the older industry, while information technology and emerging industry. The countries in which iron and steel industry is located are Germany, USA, China, Japan, and Russia. So, what are the most iron and steel industries located are in Germany, USA, China, Japan, and Russia. Textile industry concentrated in the India, Hong Kong, South Korea, Japan, and Taiwan. The major hub of information technology industry are the Silicon Valley of Central California and the Bangalore region of India. Iron and steel industry. Like other industry and industries, iron and steel industry too comprise various input, processing, and output. This is a feeder industry whose products are used as raw material for other industries. The inputs for the industry include raw material such as iron ore, coal, and limestone, along with labor, capital, site, and other infrastructure. The process of converting iron ore into steel involves many stages. The raw material is put in the blast furnace where it undergoes smelting. It is then refined. The output often is steel, which may be used by other industries as raw material. Steel is though and can easily be shaped, cut, or made into wire. Especially alloy or steel can be made by adding a small amount of other materials such as aluminum, nickel, and copper. Alloy gives steel an unusual hardness, toughness, or ability to resist rust. Steel is often called the backbone of modern industry. Almost everything we use is either made of iron or steel or has been made with the tools and machinery of these metals. Ship, trains, trucks, and autos are made largely of steel. Even the safety pin and the needles used are made from the steel. Oil wells are drilled with steel machinery. Steel pipeline transport oil. Minerals are mined with the steel equipment. Farm machines are mostly steel. Large buildings have steel framework. Before 1800 AD, iron and steel industry was located where raw material like power supply and running water were easily available. Later, the ideal location for the industry was near the coalfield and close to canal and railways. So before that, it was in raw material, power supply, but now in later time, the ideal location for industry was coalfield and close to canal and railways. After 1950, iron and steel industries began to locate on the large areas of flatland near seaports. This is because by this time steel works had become very large and iron ore had to be imported from overseas. In India, iron and steel industry has developed, taking advantage of the raw material, cheap labor, transport, and market. All the important steel producing centers such as Bhilai, Durgapur, Varnpur, Jamshedpur, Raurkela, Bokaro are situated in region that is spread over 4 states: West Bengal, Jharkhand, Odisha, and Chhattisgarh. Bhadravati and Vijayanagar in Karnataka, Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh, Salem in Tamil Nadu are other important steel centers utilizing the local resources. Jamshedpur. Before 1947, there was only one iron and steel plant in the country, Tata Iron and Steel Company Limited, TISCO. It was privately owned. After independence, the government took the initiative and set up several iron and steel plants. TISCO was started in 1907 at Sakchi near the confluence of the river Sonadek and Kharkai in Jharkhand. Later, on Sakchi was renamed as Jamshedpur. Geographically, Jamshedpur is the most conveniently situated iron and steel center in the country. Sakchi was chosen to set up the steel plant for the several reasons. This place was only 32 km away from the Kalimati station on the Bengal-Nagpur railway line. It was close to the iron ore, coal, and manganese deposits as well as to Kolkata, which provide large market. TISCO get coal from Jharia coalfields and iron ore, limestone, dolomite, and manganese from Odisha and Chhattisgarh. The Kharkai and the Suvarnrekha rivers ensure sufficient water supply. Government initiatives provide adequate capital for its later development. In Jamshedpur, several other industries plant were set up after Tisco. They produce chemical, locomotive parts, agricultural equipment, machinery, tin plate, cable and wire. The development of the iron and steel industry opened the door to rapid industrial development in the India. Almost all sectors of the Indian industry depend heavily on the iron and steel industry for their basic infrastructure. The Indian iron and steel industry consists of large integrated steel plant as well as many steel mills. It also includes secondary producer rolling mills and ancillary industries. Pittsburgh. So we have talked about this Jamshedpur. Now we will talk about the Pittsburgh. Before that, the names of Great Lakes are Superior, Huron, Ontario, Michigan, and Erie. Lake Superior is the largest of these 5 lakes. It is like higher upstream than other. These are the Great Lakes. These are the Great Lakes. Are Superior, Huron, Ontario, Michigan, and Erie. So these are the 5 lakes. Pittsburgh. It is an important city, steel city of USA or America. The steel industry at Pittsburgh enjoy location advantage. Some of the raw material such as coal is available locally, while the iron ore come from the iron mines at Minnesota, about 1500 km from Pittsburgh. Between these mines and Pittsburgh is one of the world's largest route for shipping ore, chiefly the famous Great Lakes waterway. The train carry the ore from the Great Lakes to the Pittsburgh area. The Ohio, the Monongahela, and Allegheny River provide adequate water supply. Ohio, Monongahela, and Allegheny rivers. Today, very few of the large steel mills are in Pittsburgh itself. They are located in the valley of the Monongahela and Allegheny rivers about Pittsburgh and along the Ohio River below it. Finished steel is transported to the market by both land and water roads. The Pittsburgh area has many factories other than steel mills. These use steel as their raw material to make many different products such as railroad equipment, heavy machinery and rails. Cotton textile industry. Weaving cloth from yarn is an ancient art. Cotton, wool, silk, jute, flax have been used for making cloth. The textile industry can be divided on the basis of raw material used in them. Fiber are the raw material of textile industry. So we last section we talk about the steel. Now we are talking about cotton textile industry. Fiber can be natural, man-made natural fiber are the obtained from the wool, silk, cotton, linen, and jute. And man-made fiber include nylon, polyester, acrylic, and rayon. So don't confuse with this linen. This is a natural fiber. The cotton textile industry is one of the oldest industry in the world. Till the industrial revolution in the 18th century, cotton cloth was made using hand spinning technique or wheels and looms. In 18th century, power looms facilitated the development of cotton textile industry in first in Britain and later in the other parts of world. Today, India, China, Japan, and USA are the important producer of cotton textiles. India has a glorious tradition of producing excellent cotton quality textile. Before the British rule, India hand spun and hand woven cloth already had wide market. The Muslims of Dhaka, Chinjaz of Muslipadnam, Kalikoj of Calicut, and gold brought cotton of Burhanpur, Surat, and Vadodara were known worldwide for their quality and design. But the production of hand-woven cotton textile was expensive and time-consuming. Hence, traditional cotton textile industry could not face the competition from the new textile mills of the West, which produce cheap and good quality fiber through mechanized industrial units. The first textile mills in the country was established at the Fort Gloucester near Kolkata in 1818, but it closed down after some time. The first successful mechanized textile mill was established in Mumbai. So this was the first textile in 1818, but mechanized industry mills was established in Mumbai in 1854. The farm most climate is as climate effort for importing machinery, availability of raw material and skill labor resulted in rapid expansion of the industry in the region. Initially, this industry flourished in the state of Maharashtra and Gujarat because of favorable humid climate, but today humidity can be created artificially and raw cotton is a pure and not weight losing raw material. So this industry has spread to other parts of India. Coimbatore, Kanpur, Chennai, Ahmedabad, Mumbai, Kolkata, Ludhiana, Puducherry, Panipat are some of the other important centers. Ahmedabad. It is located in Gujarat on the banks of Sabarmati River. The first mill was established in 1859. It soon became the second largest textile city of India after Mumbai. Ahmedabad was therefore often referred to as the Manchester of India. Favorable location factors were responsible for the development of the textile industry in Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad is situated very close to the cotton growing area. This ensures easy availability of raw material. The climate is ideal for spinning and weaving. The flat terrain and easy availability of land is suitable for the establishment of the mills. The densely populated states of Gujarat and Maharashtra provided both skilled and semi-skilled labor. Well-developed road and railway network permit easy transportation of textile to different parts of the country, thus providing easy access to the market. Mumbai Port nearby facilities import of machinery and export of cotton textile. Facilitate import of machinery and export of cotton textile. But in recent years, Ahmedabad textile mills have been having some problems. Several textile mills have been closed down. This is primarily due to the emergence of new textile centers in the country as well as the non-upgradation of machine and technology in the mills of Ahmedabad. And this is we talk about Indian textile industry of Ahmedabad. Now we talk about the Osaka. It is an important textile center of Japan, also known as the Manchester of Japan. The textile industry developed in the Osaka due to several geographical factors. The extensive plan around Osaka ensured that the land was easily available for the growth of cotton mills. Warm, humid climate is well suited to spinning and weaving. The river Yodo provides sufficient water for the mill. Labor easily available. Location of the port facilitate import of raw cotton and for exporting textile. The textile industry at Osaka depends completely upon import raw material. Cotton is imported from Egypt, China, India and USA. The finished product is mostly exported and has a good market due to good quality and low price. Though it is one of the important textile cities in the country, of late the cotton textile industry of Osaka has been replaced by other industries such as iron and steel, machinery, shipbuilding, automobiles, electrical equipment and cement. So this chapter is completed. Let's solve some two MCQs here only. Fort Gloucester. So where is Fort Gloucester? It is located in the. So Fort Gloucester is located in the California. Which one of the following is natural fiber? Is jute. So friends, this chapter is over and the two chapters are left over here. In chapter is last chapter is left over. So this was the chapter 5. And thank you so much for watching this video and keep studying and watching the videos. Please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much. Meet you in next video. Thank you. Bye bye.